Yeah, right. How about the view, man? Holy whoa. Oh my gosh. The view is nuts. But hey, the view is a bonus. The real reason we came out here, and you know it because you see the title of the video and you clicked on it, is flipping through my sketchbook. More specifically, I'm talking about this sketchbook. This one right here. This is my 6th, as you can see, the 6th sketchbook tour is here. The 6th sketchbook tour. This is number 6. This is, okay, so this is the 6th. I keep saying that over and over again. There's something very unique, very special about this one. It's a little bit different than the rest, and that is that it's handmade. I handmade this with a pad of paper and a piece, the back of the paper. Just took the cardboard out of the back, cut it in half, folded all the pieces of paper in half, and then sewed it together. There's actually a tutorial on YouTube by Lululemon, I believe. Lululemon is the person who, and I just followed this tutorial. It's from like 5 or 6 years ago, the tutorial is, but hey, it still applies today. It got me a thingy thing, so we are gonna actually flip through this. We're gonna refer to the camera here this way and capture the good stuff here. Okay, the first thing that we're gonna do, as we do every single time with these sketchbook tours, is take a look at the outside, glance the outside and see what we got going here. I'm hoping the wind's not too bad. The wind's blowing a little bit, but I hope it's not too bad. And if it is, I'll just reshoot this whole video. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. So we go to the outside, and like I said, it's made out of this paper. It's 96-pound Bristol board, and I just got a cheap pack. The front of it looks like this, Canson XL recycled paper, and I just bought the pad, ripped it in half, and stitched it all together with some, just at Michael's, I bought some lace. I bought all of this at the same time, and it ended up costing me like $15 to make it all. And then, of course, with some installation, and you got yourself a sketchbook. So I did decide to draw on the cover of it here. And yeah, so I just drew, before I sliced it in half, I just like drew on the top of it, whatever. And there's actually a video of me making this on my YouTube channel, so you can check that out if you want to, and you can see me draw it and all. But, you know, just kind of got some basic labeling here. The Hunt Studio Sketchbook, Volume 6, 2020, right? Can you see that? Pretty good. 2020. This is the best thing, for me, this is the best thing that came out of 2020, easily. So we're just gonna start from the beginning. And of course we've got some stickers. This is where I keep my sticker collection pretty consistently. I just, like, some friends, we ended up trading stickers and all, and I built a computer, and there's, you know, some parts in there. A little Apple sticker. That is from a local coffee shop in Mississippi. It's T-Bone's Records. It's like a record store. They also have like a little cafe in there, and they put this over the little hole in your coffee to like keep it sealed. It's kind of cool, really neat. The very first page is this guy, just something nice and easy, just to under sketch with a pencil, and then just a quick thing with a ballpoint pen, just a black gel ballpoint pen. It just says welcome, let's dive right in. And then the date, 9th of June 2020. So it took me about 6 months to fill this thing up. It's December now. So, all right. This one here is my OC, a Gorlosk. And, actually what I'm going to do is let you pause the video here, and you can read this if you'd like. Pause the video right now, and you can read that if you want. This is a story correlating to this character. I just kind of drew this character, and then I made something up to go along with him. And I thought I'd do the whole sketchbook like that, but as you can see, I did not end up doing it. Some basic sketching, just some things, 10-15 minutes maybe. Just some getting loose. This sketchbook actually took me a hot minute to get into. I don't know, just maybe a combination of my mental state and the vibes of the book. I don't know. It's I didn't really fall in love with the book outside of making it. I think once I made it, completed the project of making it, I felt like the project was done in its entirety, and I didn't really feel like making anything in it. But hey, I did anyway. So I got this character with a skyline and a moon here. One of my favorite pieces. One of my favorites, for sure. I did this a lot, and you'll notice the flip. Oops, I drew it upside down. So this is how I drew it. Did this with a glitter jelly roll ballpoint pen, right? Yeah. Next one. It's going to be this little guy here. Yep. I'm a big fan of anime. So I like to tie in where I can. And if just for reference point, here you go. Right? And side note, I do this a lot where I would draw these little doodles things, and then the the face on top of it or whatever, the face, and then covered up as some doodly type of things. It turned out to be kind of cool because with COVID-19 happening and everybody's got to wear a mask and type of thing like that, it worked out really well. But just note that I didn't start doing this. I started doing this about 2 years before COVID actually came out. So 2018, I started doing this. So that wind is brutal. It just if I let go of the paper, So the wind's, we're up here in the mountains, baby. Just up here in the mountains, just this is an insane moment right now. Is I'm able to sit here in the skyline and just watch and just record a freaking video. This is insane. Nuts. Anyway, so we've got this was an iridescent ink. I just dipped a brush, a paintbrush into some iridescent ink and just started going down on it. Right? Some black pen, some Posca pen to outline the character. Right? I had a bit of a mental breakdown, I remember. I don't think I'll ever forget this. I almost quit making art. I almost quit because I was being impatient, because I was being, out of my own mind, basically. And I was ready to quit. I was ready to put it down. And then I said, you know what? I need this. I need a break from reality, a break from structure. So instead of drawing on this is spray paint. So I took a can of spray paint, held it up, and it just started dripping like crazy. And you can see the texture. This is nuts. It ended up being really, really cool. I love it. And I did it twice, and just spray painted the back end of it and just held that right there, and it just kind of, and it ended up being a very pretty, very, very beautiful piece. And it is my son's favorite piece in the sketchbook by far. Again, kind of dealing with that mental breakdown, just kind of still fresh on the mind. It's kind of where this is going here. And again, with the mask, right? Something I'm not great at is designing hair. I basically just design hair based on how my hair looks at the time. So I just got like look in the mirror and go, all right, this is what we're doing with hair. So I need to get better. I'd like to get better. This is just a little, nothing crazy. It's a friend of mine did this little drawing in my sketchbook and just handed it to him and said, hey, here you go. And we just sat here and talked about art for a long time and just made little marks. It was fun. It's a good time. Good experience. Alright, so we got this doggo with like mech gear on in space, right? And her name is Ruby 2. Right? And then here we got this little character looking thing here. It says, if I don't, it's 1:53 a.m. If I don't go to sleep now, I'll never wake up in time for work. Some abstract sketching here turned into a character, just using just a pencil, and then I used a nice pen to finalize it. I know that wind's brutal. It's gotta be. Here it says, is it fair to ask for a distraction-free world? And I remember being like fully bogged down, just entirely too much consumption of like media, social media, and not enough action, not enough doing. So I made sure to separate myself, delete my social media for a while, and just kind of like focus on this for a while. And this is my escape from reality, my escape from the escape of reality, right? Some simple sketching. Sometimes my mind's not all the way in it when I decide to sketch. I'm just doing it out of habit. I'm just not really fully into it, but I'll do it anyway. And then here it says, it doesn't matter if the work is good or not. The sheer act of making is what's important. The skill and look good part will come later. So I'm just being exceptionally nice to myself, even though it's like not my greatest work. I'm just like, yeah, it's whatever. And then you come over here to this. I decided to use reference. I was watching My Hero Academia and got really into it and wanted to draw Stain. It was pretty much as simple as that. Using some alcohol-based markers, black ink, this iridescent ink again, made it happen. I love this piece. It's a very, very nice piece of art. Another one that was pretty cool, using some pencil for some like alternate shading. And check this out. I love using that little bit of gold there, you see? And then right there at the sword as well. I do that a lot, just to kind of, sometimes these abstract characters, to me, they end up looking like characters, and sometimes I think that, if I don't actually point out that, there's an eye in there, then maybe it won't pick up to someone else who didn't draw the thing. So I put an eye, like, basically to indicate the eyeball of my abstract work. I end up doing that. Actually, it's some more, like, intentional things, too, see? See if I can get that to show up. Yeah. See what I mean? See with that gold. Alright. Again, just staying in the habit of drawing. That's kind of what this one was all about. I didn't make any like breakthrough type of things with my art, and I think I'm at the point in my career, in my artistic journey, where I can't just draw 10 pieces of art and see some just dramatic difference anymore, whereas I used to be able to. Now I have to draw more like 100 to 200 drawings to see some like substantial difference here. But it is kind of cool because I do remember feeling a certain way based on the lines I put on the paper, and like they do have memories and feelings and stuff attached to the work. But a lot of this is like just being like in my own head a lot. I was with the sketchbook, just really in my own head. But so this one is Inktober the next 30 pages is going to be all Inktober, and I do have an Inktober flip through with this where I just go fully in depth with these next 30 drawings. So I'm going to just flip through them kind of quickly, and just to let you see them instead of sitting here and explaining them to you, because again, there is another there's a video of me just kind of going in depth with these already, or I would. Just quickly flying through these because they're good. A lot of them I did have fun with some watercolors here. I did have fun. Some of them I didn't have fun with. Some of them I did just again out of habit, out of Inktober. Because you have to draw in Inktober. That's the idea, is a challenge to draw every single day, whether you want to or not. So that's what I did. I drew every single day, whether I wanted to or not. That's an unfinished drawing here. Just never really got in the swing of it. I was just not feeling it, I guess. What's kind of cool is I've noticed is the reason I'm able to fly through 2 sketchbooks a year is because of Inktober. Last year I did the same thing. The same concept was like I flew through a sketchbook because Inktober happened. And I will actually go through these 2 because they're not Inktober. But check this out. It's like, you got this like character looking thing and this squid looking thing and then like this little thought bubble, and then you shine it to the light just right. And it's got words in it. And again, like, see, here's how I drew the picture, but then I just kind of note to flip, and then there it is. This one ended up being cool too. I really like both of these. This page is good. It's a little unique, a little different. It's very, very neat. I liked it a lot. Watercolor, just a ballpoint pen and some Posca pen. Some more Inktober. This was like October, right, like the week before Halloween. I drew myself, and then for another, like the Inktober day, I drew my son. And then this is kind of inspired by, there's a Venom pose. There's like with he's like, like just this exact pose pretty much is, his tongue is like sticking out and it's like gooping with saliva and stuff. So this kind of an homage to that. Day 26, day 27, 28, 29. This Sora piece actually is one of my favorites. Actually, I am out of this iridescent ink, and I love the way it looks. The iridescent ink is just amazing. So I'm definitely going to be buying another bottle of this, possibly in several different colors. Not sure. Day 30 and day 31. Finally, we're over the final pages, and we can just continue on to the rest of the sketchbook from November till December. Again, with some there's a lot of My Hero Academia reference in here, actually, in this sketchbook. Like I said, I watch a lot of anime. I have a lot of fun with anime, and I just like to make a reference, so this is like one of the characters, just a loose reference here. Again, just kind of, I really struggle with self-doubt, like real bad. So I have to just keep remind myself to just believe in myself and just keep going, regardless of whatever it is. It's all in your own noggin. It's all in your own head, and I know that. I'm aware of that, and I have to remain aware. I just have to keep going. I was dealing with a little bit of sadness here. It says over here, be strong for the sake of others. Break and deplete all boundaries. You know what you're doing. Fight the negativity. I am an artist. So that's that thing here. I was at work actually and discovered an oil-based Sharpie, and this like inky black, like black, like super black, and I used it until I lost it, and then now I want it again. So I'm gonna have to obtain another one. Use some like playing card reference here. again with the, right? Just a cool little spread. Again, with some anime reference with the infinite Tsukiyomi, but this is more like not quite, maybe not as powerful because the Rinnegan is, this is a Sharingan and not a Rinnegan. But anyway, I'm a nerd. Another thing I really like and I take some influence from is Maximum Ride. It's a book series by James Patterson. And if you've never read it and you are interested in reading, if you like reading at all, I recommend reading. It's amazing, and it has inspired many, 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 many pieces of art of mine. Anytime there's like this winged character, you can pretty much guarantee it's from Maximum Ride. It's just a phenomenal book. And here, I guess I was dreaming of the landscape of, I was dreaming of the Colorado Rockies, and now I'm here. Now I'm here. Look, check this out. Look. I drew the Rockies, and now I'm in the Rockies. Check that out. Is that freaking dope? It's awesome. Such a cool video, man. This is a cool moment. Honestly, I don't even care if, this does well or not. I'm not in it for that. This whole experience, this is why I do what I do, this is why I started my YouTube channel for this type of video right here. Just the video, a flip through of my sketchbook, and just kind of talking about my craft. Getting some more. There's that oil-based pen. It kind of started drying out real bad. There's some Pokemon reference and some Dragon Ball reference in here, like with Groudon, and obviously the Kamehameha here. It's very cool. It's one of my favorite pieces. Another couple of pieces. Really cool stuff. That oil-based marker's run out just about at this point. I think I ditched it after this one. Maybe one more, I think. But I ditched it and then started using a regular Sharpie again. It's just not the same. It's really not. Yeah, this one, see, I started blacking in paper. Honestly, at this point in the sketchbook, I got lazy and I was not wanting to draw so much, so I just blocked in a big portion of the paper with black and just kept going. Number 17, that's my favorite number. Also, yeah, it's just my favorite number. It's my sports number. I played football and baseball, and that was my number all the way through high school, and I carry it with me even today. So, favorite number. Whoop, hello. See, that wind is just brutal, man. Those rocky winds, it's insane. It's nuts. All right, so we got a couple more characters here, again, with this black just line. Being lazy, really. Whoop, hello. Being lazy and not really wanting to draw too much, really. And that's okay, I love drawing, and sometimes I'm just not into it, and that's perfectly reasonable. I gotta hurry up. This wind's getting bad. There's a dragon here, type of thing, again with the black. Just a lazy little sketch here. These were fun. A little under sketch here. Got some really good inspiration from Carl Kopinski. I'm not near as I'm not near as good as he is, but it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Just kind of little elephant thing here. Really abstract. See, I told you with the character with the mask and stuff on him, with I do it all the time. It's before, during, and after COVID, I'm sure I'll still be drawing it just because I like it. I don't know, I like hiding facial expressions, and basically your only expression, you have to read their eyes to grasp what's going on here. And that's something I'm constantly trying to work on capturing is eyes, expressing emotion through your eyeballs. And the final page was dedicated to a little thing. I like to reflect. I like to spend the last page or so reflecting on the entire sketchbook. And on December 13th, 2020, it says, "This year has been quite interesting. COVID-19, depression, uncertainty. I feel as if precious years have been much better toward progression. I am quite proud of myself for sticking with it. stretching my abilities and being kind to myself, despite hating most of my work this year, and despite wanting to quit. What's important is that I do not quit. I keep going. I fight through uncertainty, and I continue towards becoming my best self. I love you, and I want you to keep going, and you will. And that's a letter to myself. And that's the end of it. That's the end of the sketchbook. That's it. And of course, you already know I have another sketchbook ready to go on top of this one to just replace this one. This one's going to get tucked away nice and neat in the storage bin. I'm going to tuck it away. I'm going to start a new sketchbook, which I've actually already started. It's like 3-4 pages in. And yeah, I'm just going to keep doing the thing. Keep plugging and chugging. Keep going. I'm here in the Colorado Rockies and doing my dang thing, and I'm loving it. Who knows where I'll be in tomorrow? I don't know. But I'm going to keep making videos, keep putting out content, and I love you guys. Thank you so much for just being here for me, you know what I mean? Just being here. Thank you so much. I'm going to get out of here. This is the Hunt Studio. Goodbye. Goodbye. I'm going to go look at this view, possibly watch the sunset. Yep, definitely. All right, bye.